Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Random Call Sign. Welcome to a new video, and today we're gonna have a video review. So one of the issues that the Thrustmaster ecosystem always had was, at least in my opinion, the lack of availability of certain wheels. They would only be available on certain wheelbases, and they would not be possible to purchase outside of that specific combo. Thrustmaster has finally resolved that issue and made available a couple of rims available for all. Those rims are the Thrustmaster Open Wheel and the star of today's video, which is the Sparco licensed Thrustmaster P310 wheel, which Thrustmaster has kindly provided for review. The original Sparco P310 was designed to provide a solution for cramped cockpits and single seaters. This is a wheel that measures 310mm across and 235mm from top to bottom. The profile is sort of a squish hexagon, slightly more compact than other wheels with the same diameter. The Thrustmaster P310 itself, it's a 1-to-1 replica from the original. That means even so that is more compact than wheels that are from real cars. It will be slightly larger than wheels that will be attached from normal Thrustmaster bases. Specs wise, the Sparco P310 is a 1-to-1 replica of the Sparco P310 like we said. It has 2 paddle shifters, 9 buttons excluding the 1 joystick / funky switch with a pressable button. It has a metal construction with suede and Thrustmaster type of quick release inspire system. If you ever use them, this quick release inspire system, it's basically unscrewing a screw, undoing the sleeve and reversing the installation. Price wise, the Sparco P310 will be 199 euros, 229 US dollars, and 179 pounds, all from the Thrustmaster own shop. These will be made public available on the 20th of June. This wheel will also be compatible with any Thrustmaster base that supports swapping wheels. So we're talking about T300, T500, the TGT, and TX bases. At 310mm, it's slightly wider than the T300 RS wheel, but because the diameter of the T300 RS is 280mm, it will be somewhat shorter. The buttons are laid out somewhere around 1, 5, 8, and 10 o'clock. The top 2 positions will have 2 buttons per position, and the bottom ones will have 3 buttons per position. Buttons wise, there's a total of 9 buttons and a funky switch which serves as a joystick and a button as well. Firmware wise, it really doesn't need any change from what I could see, and both in PC and PlayStation 4 they have a direct representation. If you want to see the button layout, it will be the one that you're seeing in front of you. The grip of this Sparco P310 is just perfect for me. It has just a perfect grip for good control of the car. It has just a perfect ergonomics, and I can tell you it's a very sturdy wheel. But even though it's sturdy, I wouldn't be sure if this is made out of the same components and off-the-shelf Sparco P310s from, real cars. So I would avoid definitely using these on real cars. Regarding the suede, even though it feels very high quality, it has really interesting stitching. You can barely see the stitching. I wouldn't use this without any gloves because I believe after a while your sweat will start to leave marks on the suede itself. So to test this wheel, I've used the following titles: Assetto Corsa Competizione, iRacing Race Room, Dirt Rally 2 on the PC, and then on the console part, on a console side, I use GT Sport on a PlayStation 4 because this wheel is compatible with the PlayStation 4 and there are a lot of people that are racing in that console. It has been a pleasure using this wheel for the last month or so. It serves many purposes even when hand-over-hand steering is involved. The hexagonal format allied to the thickness of the wheel really gives a strong grip to control the car, which is not really surprising as we're talking about a wheel that is meant to serve real drivers using real cars. The ergonomics are outrageously good. The wheel format as it is serves as a general use wheel more suitable to formulas and GT cars, but it can also be used for oversteering conditions that can happen on drifting. It can happen well in driving or even in rallying. I've used this on Dirt Rally 2 with no issue whatsoever. It can be an issue for those who are used to round wheels and you'll have muscle memory to adjust. For GTs and formulas, it's where it feels mostly at home, like I've stated, as long as you really don't need a lot of assignable buttons. When you need a lot of assignable buttons, and we're talking about the wheel that only has 9 buttons plus 1, you're probably going to need something like a formula wheel, which will have these encoders, and will have a total, I think, about 20 buttons. But if you really want to use this on something like a GT3 where you need lots of functionalities like traction control, engine mapping, and whatnot, you'll have to make sure that you optimize your button selection a lot, and you also might need a button box to help you out. The force necessary to activate these buttons is quite substantial, probably twice as much as necessary to use on a T300 RS standard wheel. The throw is small, very small. You need some force, and it has like this crisp engagement with a wonderful sound, as you can hear, probably. For me, the problem with these buttons is just the feedback, tactile feedback at the bottom could be a little bit better, but these are not bad buttons at all. The joystick, it's really good to engage and has a really satisfying click as well, and it's more tactile than all of these buttons. Now, for the Flappy Paddles, which will be very likely used by a lot of people and pretty much all the time, it has a great throw, it has a great sound too, it has this firm tactile engagement which you can feel. It's very positive. I really like the buttons in general of this wheel. As for conclusion, this wheel is simply fantastic. As a point of reference, if you want to do that, the original Sparco P310 costs pretty much the same. So you have the real deal wheel used in real cars having a cost of around 200 euros. So at this price, you're gonna get a really good sturdy wheel with good components and good construction. So it just feels nice in the hands. If you want to compare it to other products, especially the wheel that comes in the T300 RS, that wheel will just feel like a toy. For most cases, this wheel, the P310, will displace the original RS wheel, except on the circumstances where I'm gonna need more buttons, and in that situation, you need to look at something like this, which is the Ferrari Formula 1 wheel, which has a lot of buttons to be assigned, including, you know, encoders. But if you look at the P310 and then you look at this will just feel like a toy. At its price, the P310, it's not exactly cheap, but what you get is actually a very high quality and very sturdy feeling wheel. And if you look at comparable products from other manufacturers, especially Fanatec, that will have something similar, the price will be, you know, very similar or even higher. So essentially, this is actually a good choice. Guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, don't forget, press like, subscribe, share, and activate that notification bell so you're gonna get notifications of new videos and new streams when they come out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.